Hello everybody, it's been a while. um, this is gonna be a different video, I guess similar to my last one, I guess, but I just wanna make a video, quick one at least. I don't know if I want this to be like a weekly thing. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep, cause I definitely feel like I'm gonna be very, very busy this semester in particular. Wow, it's really laggy. There's this one thing that I want to talk about, and it's about fixing what doesn't need to be fixed. And you might be asking, well, what the hell are you getting at here? Well, you see, during the start of the semester, I'm taking 2 art classes here. So that's graphic design and then 2-dimensional design. And in those classes, we're basically just like fucking making thumbnails, creating roughs and stuff. And if you don't know what thumbnails are, they're little sketches in the box you draw, and the box can be like any dimension you want it to be, but the boxes themselves, or the thumbnails, are just ideas that you draw on. And the main point of them is just for them to be ideas. No need to erase something that's just an idea. And when we get those thumbnails, we make them into roughs, and then we improve those roughs, and then they become our finals, and yada yada, the whole design process basically. And graphic design, we were going over, I forgot if it was a theory or not, but he drew a graph, and that graph was about improvement in a particular project. So let's say you get some critiques. That was fucking embarrassing, but you get some critiques and you make improvements from those critiques. And in that graph, he draws a little dot, and the dot's like a little bit to the bottom left. So basically like kind of like a line graph, but he draws a dot, and then if you get more critiques and you improve more, you start to rise higher up in the graph. Within time there's improvement in the project, but as you improve the project more, and this is kind of paraphrasing what he said, my professor, you kind of hit this plateau after you improve the project a bit more, and you start to feel like maybe I should add more, or maybe I don't know, and you start to second guess yourself, and that's when you start to, I guess, go down on the graph, or basically make the craft a bit worse, the quality that is. So with the overthinking and the second guessing, you start to lessen the quality of your work, because you start to think maybe this isn't enough. Thanks, Trisosher. And this connects to one of my other art classes, which I said was 2-dimensional design. But we're also talking about thumbnails. And the whole main project, well, sort of the main part of the assignment in the thumbnail, is to make our compositions not touch the middle and not have that be our emphasis. So basically have like our elements or some of our drawings away from the middle, but also have that be our focal point. while also touching all four sides of the thumbnail. And the main point of that project, how our compositions and how we place things can influence the the whole space of a thumbnail. How to manipulate the space of the thumbnail. So in this sort of project, she shows us like student examples, I guess you can say, of a student who had like a great idea for a thumbnail. And in that process, they go into roughs, where they choose some of their thumbnails to improve upon. And in those roughs, it's clear that the student started to second guess themselves, and they made the quality a bit worse. The whole idea of thumbnails and roughs is to improve upon what you've done, so the roughs are the improvements of thumbnails. But the student clearly made their work worse, so what happened? Well, I guess you can come back to the little graph that my other professor made, that they started to make improvement upon their work, and then they hit a plateau. But instead of stopping and saying, this is enough, they kept going and kept adding a few things. Or in this case, they started to second guess themselves and started to take away and fix things that were already good, but made them less strong. He shot through my shield, what the fuck? Anyway, and this could connect to my experiences in life. With my editing, I had a little crisis here, and you guys probably know that, but I had a little crisis with my editing. See, I didn't know if I wanted to over-edit or if I wanted to keep it simple. And I started to second guess myself. And I added probably a few things that shouldn't have been added. And I made videos, I guess, worse than they should have been. This Squiffer has been specifically targeting me, and I don't know why. But I also haven't played a while, so I'm a bit rusty. I can't think of any, but I feel like there are definitely a ton more moments where I probably should have left things alone instead of trying to, I guess, change something about them. Because change isn't a bad thing. It's a good thing. But sometimes you need to ask yourself, is this change really necessary? Or are things fine the way they are? And that's something that it's not something you can answer in like one sitting. You have to think about it. You have to put some thought into it, you know? You can't just make decisions off the bat like that. And that's something that I need to work on. Because that is something that I am a repeat offender of. Just making hasty decisions instead of just asking myself, maybe things are fine the way they are. Whether you're an artist or just going about your day, just know that it's better to just slow down and think about how things are. And if you want to change that, that's good. But if you want to change something but it's already good enough, then it's fine if you want to improve it. But just know that you can't keep improving something that's already good enough. Because there comes a time where you'll hit a plateau. That's something I need to learn myself as well. I don't like this weapon at all. I just keep getting shot through my shield. Anyways, I don't know if I want to do this a weekly thing again, but I hope you guys can take away from my yapping. And I am sorry about the many cuts that I'll make, because I know I'm gonna make a lot of cuts, because I don't know what the fuck to say, because this is all not scripted at all. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good day.